He was tired. He have personal problem, family. Nobody cares.
Compared to the strength of that purpose, whether I face 100 men in battle or even 1,000 seems like nothing but a random act.
Guts,
Some view, huh?
Huh?
Gaston doesn't think he's very suited for army life. His intention is to start a tailoring business with the money he's earned when this war is over. He's very good with his hands, though he may not look it. Nicole had proposed to a woman who refused him once. Apparently she didn't want to marry a common soldier, so he declared that he would get promoted as soon as possible so he could ask her again. That's why he tends to be reckless and overextends himself in battle. It seems to me that everybody stakes their lives in a lost cause. Looking over them all from up here, I almost think I can see their hopes and dreams flickering in each little light.
Alright, well, I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far of my Winter Rock for Muslims part 2. This is really just me talking, again, off the top of my head. I'm about to head into the gym after making this short video. Just really talking about how the Winter Rock, how important the Winter Rock is for us Muslims, and how we can take advantage of the next, 3, 4, 5 months of the cold nights, the cold mornings, and take advantage of it to grow stronger, to becoming better versions of ourselves, and get closer to our deen. Most importantly, our relationship with Allah is number one. And when we schedule our day around the times of worship to Allah, and investing as much time as we can into our prayers and other acts of worship, reading the Quran, memorizing as much as we can, all the other pillars of Islam, like everything, charity, all of that stuff, fasting, voluntary fasting, is very important to take advantage of the next few months and really use it to the best of our abilities. And when summer comes, summer is a lot more chilled out. It's a lot easier because the days are longer, but during the winter is when you should be grafting the hardest. And then summer's going to come and it's going to be a hell of a lot easier than maybe the summer that's just went by. A lot of us who are living in first world countries, the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, America, we're having it a lot easier than our brothers and sisters in Palestine who are struggling so much. And, I'm sure a lot of us who are on social media, just a lot of us, none of us are blind. Other countries as well, Lebanon, Yemen, Syria, like even our home countries like India, Bangladesh, everywhere really, around the world, the Ummah in a lot of places are suffering. For us, this Winter Rock is to reflect on ourselves and improve ourselves as much as we can. Some days you're just going to feel very cold and just like exhausted from all the hard work. I feel like the winter's just a very difficult time period for a lot of us, to get back on our grind. I see this winter where a lot of us are going to go back to work and, go back to the grind, to actually use this as a reflection and to kind of resonate as much as we can with our Palestinian brothers and sisters, all the children, all the, elderly, all the people, everyone who's suffering in Palestine. This is our form of suffering, and to kind of show some support, because all of us should be striving to be stronger and better, to make it more money and to be able to fund and help the Palestinians and give more money to them. So my main intention with this video really is just to remind all of you guys to get back on track. If you've been very consistent and then you've fallen off track for a few days, it's not the end of the world. You can get back on it. Do you know what I mean? The time that you take to fall down and then get back up, as long as you can make that time as short as possible, so that you don't end up giving up and staying on the ground for too long, you're all good. So I mean, if you've grinded 6 days out of 7, and one of the days you've fallen down and you've gotten back up by the end of the night, you're good. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people, they fall down and they give up. So always keep it in your head that, you know, the intention, the purpose of this winter rock is to serve Allah as much as possible, to become better Muslims physically, spiritually, financially, mentally, creatively, every single way, every single aspect. You've got your complete ability as a man, and it's like a circle, and there's these different aspects. You've got your physical side, you've got your mental ability, you've got your creative ability, you've got your spiritual ability, and you need to make sure that you max out all of these stats as much as you can. That's all it is, really. Do you know what I mean? That's literally all it is. We all have 24 hours, and we all have to strive to become as good as we can. As long as you can stay away from laziness and feeling depressed and feeling miserable, do you know what I mean, and just not doing anything and procrastinating all day, as long as you stay away from all of that, you're good. And you just have to stay productive as much as you can. This is what the winter rock is: to work out, to, you know, eat right, to pray more, to go to the mosque more, to serve your friends and family more, to, you know, help people around you to become stronger, better Muslims of yourself. And, you know, reading books is also very important, you know, to read of the Muslim warriors from back in the days, you know, like Khalid bin Walid, obviously most important, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and all the Sahaba, all the companions. You know, those people, they are all our role models, and those are the people that we should be looking up to. They were very strong with their deen. They were also very strong outside on the battlefield. And as men, you know, we need to be more men, really. A lot of us are males, but we're not men. So we need to understand the difference between being a man and being a male, because anyone can be born a male, but to be a man, it's a duty. It's a physical act. It's not something that you are. It's not just a noun. You have to do it. And in my last video, I talked about discipline and having the willpower to do what you have to do. You know you've got a duty to do something today, and even if you don't want to do it, you still have to do it. That's called having the willpower. That's called the discipline. And if you're relying on motivation, then maybe one day you'll end up feeling unmotivated and you're not going to want to do it. So you always have to keep in mind to stay disciplined, and even when you don't want to do something, you have to do it. And a lot of times we're not going to feel motivated, but we still have to do it. We still have to pray our 5 daily prayers. That doesn't change whether you feel excited, whether you feel sad, angry, happy, or whatever. So it's the same mindset that you have to take into bettering yourself this winter. Use this winter to improve yourself as much as possible in all those aspects. As I told you, the circle, the physical side, the mental, creative, and spiritual. And that's it. It's a very simple message, but it's a very difficult job sometimes. Some days you're going to feel very, you know, lethargic. You're going to feel weak. You're going to feel like you can't do it. But as long as you don't give up, that's all it is. You just have to stay strong. If you do need a bit of that energy, if you do need to feel like you need to relate to someone who's on a similar journey, you know, I'm grinding. I'm trying to grind every single day. You know, I'm not perfect myself, but I make these videos to kind of also capture my moments. You know, I'm 24, so one day if I'm 34, inshallah, or 44, 54, and I can look back at these videos and say that, you know, people have benefited from my videos. That's really my intention. And who knows what happens, do you know what I mean? But I make these videos for myself as well, so that I can look back on my videos and remind myself like how far I've come and what I've achieved every single day. This is literally it. It's a very simple message. I can't explain it in any other way. But yeah, I hope that you guys have benefited from this message. And yeah, I just wanted to say one more thing that I wanted to add into this video, which I completely forgot. And that is that for a lot of us who work out, you know, go to the gym or just do any form of working out, you should be working out for, as a Muslim, you should be working out for Allah and to benefit, to use it for functional use. You should purify your intentions for why you're working out, and you should be working out for Allah. You should be working out to benefit other people, to help other people if they're vulnerable, and you shouldn't just purely work out for aesthetics, because if you're doing it just to show off, really, then I mean, I guess you get some benefits. You're still going to be strong in some way, but you're not really actually doing it for the right reasons. Your intentions are for aesthetics. And one day, you know, if you grow old, you might still be strong, but you're not going to look as good, and then you'll probably just be put off by it. Do you know what I mean? Like, because aesthetics might not be there forever, but the willpower to have it for the reason, to have it for Allah, as long as you're living, as long as you're a Muslim and you've got Allah's name on your tongue, you're always gonna have that real main purpose for why you're working out. And even if you're 70 years old and you're still working out, the reason why is because of Allah. Do you know what I mean? You're doing it for God, for your creator. You're doing it to help other people, for the ummah. It's for longevity. It's a marathon. It's not a race. You know, aesthetics will come and go. One day you might not look as good as you wanted to, and then you might just give up altogether because that was your purpose, and your purpose is gone now. But Allah is forever. Allah is the eternal one. So to have the eternal one as your main purpose, your purpose is forever. Do you know what I mean? This is for longevity. Like I said, this is a marathon, not a race.
First of all, you see, I have to say, I always ask God, but He give me always more than what I ask. Alhamdulillah.
وإذا بدا من ناطق الوجدان ما يدعوك للياس